Well, it was in 2010 when I lost a point-and-shoot camera when I was coming back from Canada to India, and I was sad about it, and I was gifted a DSLR. I was very happy about getting a new DSLR. I was going out clicking, random stuffs, and meanwhile I was also following a wedding photographer. His name was Sameer Surma. He works in US, and he's an amazing wedding photographer. I used to follow his website and blogs, so it was from then I started following some wedding photographers, and I used to admire wedding pictures, candid wedding pictures to be very specific. And meanwhile I did a couple of photo shoots of my friends. One of my friends, she asked me to get her engagement covered, and it was a paid assignment, so I took it up. From there it started. Dreamshot. We came across a lot of words, phrases, which we tried to combine them and come up with a word. Finally, it was in 2014. By the end of 2014, in fact, we came up with this word Dreamshot. Requesting the photographer to do something which some other photographer has done may not always be feasible. See, there are instances where you like a photographer and then the photographer is not available on the date which you asked for. Then you go to another photographer, and you should know that the photographer's styles are different. Going to the second photographer and asking them to give the final output like the first photographer who was not available, I think that spoils the entire output. Neither the photographer can be himself, nor he can give the output like the photographer who was not able to take up your wedding. So I think that's a mistake. Well, there are so many stages here. Firstly, we create a WhatsApp group. Me, bride and groom, we discuss about the poses, and before we go to the shoot location, I have an idea as to what kind of photos, what kind of poses the couple is comfortable. Having a conversation 15 to 20 minutes before you start with the shoot really helps. During the discussion, I think we open up. And one more thing I would like to stress is, if the comfort zone is here, we're not going to push it here. I mean, we do it gradually. There are 3 to 4 different outfits what we try in one shoot. So as and when the shoot progresses, the couple open up. Well, I wouldn't say there is one specific wedding which has been difficult, but there are 60 to 70% of the weddings, they're pretty easy. And when I say easy, those are the weddings which have been properly planned. So in most cases, most of the people in the family, they know what happens when. They know when the makeup artist is going to come. They know when the makeup artist will be done with our work, the start of the reception ceremony, and the duration of it. But of course, there is no perfect wedding as such. I mean, we plan something and it doesn't go as planned, so that's absolutely fine. Even if you take the example of a South Indian wedding where we have the reception ceremony, we see the guests entering from one side, clicking pictures, taking photos with the bride and the groom, and leaving from the other side. It's all ideal when all the guests are coming from one side and going from the other side. But when the guests tend to come from both the sides, I think that will create the mess on the stage. So these are minor things which can really make a difference in the photos as well.